Welcome to our group-based cloud computing Catch a Planet model. Here you see the room creation screen, and I'm going to walk you through how to create a room with a password. You can even make your own school by adding /octopus at the end of this URL. So if we wanted to make another school, we would go /new school. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to make a room with a password. So I'm going to make this room how to, and the password is going to be video. So I'm going to create this room, and this is my model. Now I'm going to join this room 4 more times, so I can make some student examples as well. Now this model is a lot of fun, and it kind of explains why we don't just fall into the sun. So all of our models start with a setup and a go. So I'm going to catch a planet. Now you might not catch it on your first try. I've had a lot of practice. One of the biggest mistakes that students or teachers make is leaving their mouse in one place and letting the planet hit it. Your mouse is acting like a sun with gravitational pull. Now, while we're waiting for this to orbit, I want to talk about all of the buttons on the left-hand side. On all of the left-hand side buttons are all concerned with catching a planet. All the buttons on the right-hand side are all about the solar system. So, oops, I moved my mouse, but that's okay. We caught the planet, so I'm going to deselect go. Always deselect go. I'm going to post my planet info, which you can see my radius is 54.2, my speed is 1.37, and there's some other variables that I don't get to see, and the planet's now moving. Now, one of the biggest mistakes students make is leaving their mouse in the same place. So I'm going to show you what happens there. Whee! Goodbye. So when that happens, we just deselect go. We're going to press setup. We're going to press go again. It might take your students several times, several tries to catch a planet. It's very good to move the mouse out of the way and kind of coax the gravity source into bending the direction of the planet. I think that I've caught it, so I'm not going to move my mouse, and I'm just going to let it orbit. I have indeed caught it. I know when it starts repeating itself on the colors. So now I have my planet. I'm going to post my planet info. And now all of my code shows up in this little yellow box under the share. We're going to use that share command in a minute, but first I'm going to set up my solar system, and I'm going to make a planet from the info that I have posted, and then I'm going to press Go Solar, which will make the first planet in my solar system. Now I have some really cool features over here. I can change the shape of my turtle to look more like a planet, or I can bring it back to a turtle. I can set my heading so that it's always facing this, top of the solar system. I can highlight my turtle, and I can switch between turtles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and I'm going to catch a planet 4 more times. Setup, go. Because I'm going to use this planet info to create a more robust solar system. Oh, we got it. We caught a planet. We effectively caught a planet. It has a very tight rotation. So now we're going to post the planet info. We're going to set up solar, make a planet from info, go solar. We are really tight around that star. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press share. So now I have got every single student can now see what I have shared. Now I'm going to go back to my teacher space and I'm going to grab this planet and I'm going to make a planet from that info. Now it doesn't change the code, but it is there when you click on the picture itself. So now I've made that planet. So now I'm going to make that go. So now I have 2 planets in my solar system. Now let's go and get a 3rd planet. You can even try catching multiple planets. The record is 18. 18 at once, or 19. 18 or 19 at once. That can get complicated. Oh, good. This one's going to orbit. Beautiful. All right, we've caught a planet. I just wanted to go around one more time to make sure. Yeah, okay. So we're going to turn off the go. We're going to post planet info. We are going to set up solar. We're going to make a planet from the info. And then we're going to share. We're going to go back to the original. And I can now make a planet from the info. And now I have 3 planets in my solar system with different orbits in different lengths of a year. Because a length of a year is how much we go around, how fast we go around the star. So we have 3 separate examples of a year here. So we are going to do this one more time so we can have a nice robust solar system. I'm going to set up and I'm going to go and I'm going to try and make a big one. I'm going to try to make something with a really long ear. Again, have it chase me around, chase it a little till it bends upwards. Okay, good, you're bending up. I'm gonna try not to move, see what happens where it goes. I'm gonna get out of the way. And we've effectively caught that planet. So I'm going to turn off go. I'm going to post planet info. I'm going to set up solar, make a planet, go solar, make sure it works. Awesome. Share. And I'm going to go back into my original and I'm going to click on it and make a planet from the info. And now I have a solar system with 4 planets in it. There are some really cool coding features that we have programmed into this model, but that'll be another video. So stay tuned.